Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Bianca and welcome to my makeup and astrology channel, where I just do my makeup while I talk about different parts of astrology. And if either of those things interest you, then continue watching. You can go back and watch some of my old videos because I have a lot of content, and I put out videos every Wednesday and Sunday, so go ahead and click that bell notification so that you can get alerted to when I post, because I will be posting and you will want to watch. I'm just saying. You can go ahead and follow my social media. It's somewhere up on the screen. We got a couple disclaimers here. One, this is the end look after the video, and you can tell that I did not do my makeup. Instead, I dyed my hair on camera, dyed it blue, in case you guys didn't notice. But yeah, oh, it looks cute from this angle too. I had a really bad reaction to this face product, and I'm not trying to put makeup on my face until these bumps go down or go away, so I won't be doing makeup for the next couple of videos. And I guess like this is the last thing I want to talk about before we jump into this video. And I just want to talk about what's been going on this past week with racism and police brutality. And it's nothing new. It's not a new thing to happen. It's been happening for years, decades, centuries. It's just morphed itself into different things over these past centuries. And in the past week, a police officer murdered George Floyd, a black man, on suspected forgery charges. And the last time I checked, I watched a lot of true crime. YouTube, maybe the laws have changed, but not to my knowledge. But fraud and forgery don't get the death penalty anywhere in the 50 states. Anywhere. So the fact that it was a non-violent crime where he was unarmed, not resisting, and was still murdered goes to show that there's a deeper problem here. With police brutality, you really see it affecting a certain type of people, black people. And I just don't feel like this is something that I can not talk about on my channel, because I'm black. I'm always gonna be black. I've been black. I was born black. My family black. Whoever I marry is gonna be black. Whoever I have kids with, my kids gonna be black. This is just gonna be an issue that's always going to be important to me. And I hope that this is an issue that is important to whoever's watching this, because inequality for anyone and injustice for anyone is inequality and injustice for everybody. So the thing is, not everybody can go to these protests. Not everybody can go to these riots. And you know, I understand that. I can't. And there is also a pandemic going on, which amplifies why this is like a real issue, because people are out here protesting during a pandemic. We have to talk about police brutality during a pandemic, a worldwide pandemic. Do you not see how far past we've gone, that police brutality can't even take a break during a pandemic? So with that being said, even though I cannot go out and protest, and I cannot go out and riot, and I cannot go out and be on the front lines, there are still things that I can do, and there are still things you can do. There are petitions circling around that I will link in the description box. There are places that you can donate to that I will also be linking in the description box, that can help bail out people who are arrested. Just want to highlight, the people who are protesting injustice are being arrested while the murderer was able to go to Florida. Okay, but there are things that we can do with spreading awareness and also highlighting Black voices and uplifting Black voices and highlighting Black people in business, Black people just general, Black YouTubers, Black, just Blackness. And that is what I'm going to do on this platform. I will be linking tarot readers and astrologers and spiritualists, all Black. They will all be Black. And with that being said, I just want to like highlight a couple. Specifically Brooklyn Goddess K. She has her own business. She's not just a spiritualist and just a tarot reader. She also has her own business where she sells skincare products. I have actually purchased some, the Goddess Mist and the Goddess Butter, that I used when I went on vacation in Florida, and it was amazing. Amazing. It smells so good. You just want to hug yourself. It's also very enriched in love. It was amazing. It was very moisturizing. I just want to talk about how I smell so good again. And there's little rose petals in it that I really liked. Like I just had rose petals just on my skin. Like it's called Goddess Mist and Goddess Butter for a reason. You're gonna feel like a goddess after you put it on, period. Then also want to talk about Naughty Designs. She is an amazing artist, and I love that she focuses on Black women. Her art, all her art has Black women in it. I've never seen one man. I've never seen a white person, and I appreciate it. I appreciate how she shows the magic of Black women through her art. You can get commissions from her. I'm sure she has stickers. She has her own tarot deck. I don't think it's being sold anymore, but she did have one. I don't know when she's gonna bring that up, but you can like subscribe to her newsletter and get updates on that. But she also does commissions for artwork, and she also does commissions for tattoos, which is definitely something I am looking at. But you know, for when outside opens up again, just her artwork is just so beautiful, and I just love the focus and the attention on Black women, period. Just reiterating, I will be linking a whole bunch of Black astrologers, Black tarot readers down in the description box. Go check them out, go support them. If you can't financially support them, go on your Twitter, follow them, retweet their stuff, get their names out there, because it's very important. And yeah, this is just the way that I can personally make a difference at this moment, so I'm gonna do it. Rest in peace to George Floyd. Condolences to his family and friends. Also another thing, stop retweeting and reposting his murder. Nobody needs the trauma porn on their timeline. Nobody needs to continuously see that and be desensitized to murder, because it's not something that we should just freely be retweeting and reposting. I'm sure that the friends and family don't want to have to continuously see that image. So with all that being said, we're just going to go right into the video. So let's get into this video. I just want to make a quick disclaimer. I'm going to start talking about the sun. Well, I'm going to be talking about the sun and cardinal signs today, but from now on I'm going to be talking about the planets in specific signs and kind of what that energy is like and how they are expressing themselves. Now, if you look at this and you have a placement I do not want to see in the comments, I'm not really like that. Okay, remember that you have other planets and other placements that tie into who you are. So I don't want to see in the comments, I'm a Cancer sun and I don't cry all the time. Okay, Maybe you have a lot of earth or air signs that make you not really cry like that. I don't know your chart. I didn't read it. I'm just telling you the generalizations so that you can interpret your own chart. You can take all the things that I'm saying and make your own analysis also, or pay an astrologer to read your chart, and pay a black one because they are linked in the description box below. I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there. So we're gonna be talking about the sun and cardinal signs while I dye my hair. This is going to be a more complicated video than any of my other videos, I guess. I'll just say what I'm using, this little tool. I should have gloves. So I'm back with gloves. They're gonna probably match my hair, and that's very exciting. So I guess I'll start by saying what I'm using. I just got this little applicator thing. I have dyed my hair like twice since I've been bald. Learned a couple different things while doing this, and my technique isn't perfect, but like I'm not patchy anymore, so we got that. I'm using this bead up again. I wanted to clarify, like, I'm not a professional, and if anything, I'm really not a professional with hair because I barely do this. But got this right here. Boom. That's the bleach, and then the developer, 30 volume developer. I did not get 40 because I'm scared. And then this prior actual liquid that you make, it should be kind of pasty but not runny. Like, you don't want it to be too thick, and you don't want it to be too thin. You want it to be just right, like me. And oh, also make sure you have a door open, a window open. Do not do this in like a closed in space. Do I know how much is enough for my big ass head? I do not. So I usually end up like maybe like a scoop and a half would be good. Oh, I also have a mirror here because I have a mirror there. So like for the back, need a mirror, because if you're not gonna ask anybody else to like help you, you need it so that you can see the back. If you're asking somebody to help you, then it's fine. But like if you're gonna do it by yourself, use a mirror, okay? Because you will be patchy in the back and nobody can tell you until the end. I speak from experience. So like with this, you want to start off pouring just like a little bit, like a boop. Okay, that was a little too little. It's just so that you can like start off slow and build it up. Okay, so that's enough talking about dye, because that's not what I do. That's not what you came here for. We're going to be talking about these signs. We're going to be talking about cardinal signs. A little refresher, what are the cardinal signs? They are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. Notice how there's one of each element in there. There's one fire sign, Aries, one water sign, Cancer, one air sign, Libra, and one earth sign, Capricorn. Just want to put that out there. And ooh, it's hitting me, that smell. These cardinal signs also signify the change in seasons. So Aries, when the sun is in Aries, that signifies that it's now spring. Once the sun hits Cancer, summer. Once sun hits Libra, it's fall. And once sun hits Capricorn, it's winter. So it's the beginning of seasons. Makes sense? Cardinal signs start the zodiac with Aries. they're starting things. That's part of what cardinal signs are. They are the starters, the leaders, the pioneers, the ones going first. Just so you guys understand the expression of that. Also outgoing. A refresher of what the sun represents in your chart. It is how you want to be a hero in your own story. It's very masculine energies. It's the most known placement that you have, because everybody and their mama knows what their sun sign is, you know? It's your motivations for self-expression. Sun is really a selfish planet. The sun's energy is very selfish, very self-centered, very like express yourself. Like raw energy is just express yourself. If there was nobody else in this world, your sun is exactly how you would act just by yourself. Your sun sign is just how you would act raw. So now we're going to talk about the sun in the cardinal signs and how that works. The sun in Aries, the sun is exalted in Aries. The sun is exalted in Aries, so remember, it's happy to be there. There's also, if your sun is in a day chart, remember we talked about that in the last video. If your sun is in a day chart, it has triplicity with Aries. So remember, Aries is a fire cardinal sign. It's all about their identity and expressing their identity fully, just going for it. Just, hey, this is me, and what about it? Actually, they're not even questioning what about it. This is me. This is me. This is real. This is me. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be now. The main goal is to express themselves. People who have Aries suns, they want to express themselves. They want to express their boundaries. They do all of this and kind of forget about other people's boundaries, and that they should be more aware of other people's boundaries, because all of us have boundaries. Aries is all about that direct action. Aries suns are probably very impulsive, very rah, ready to go, like on the move. Well, Aries suns will take on 1,000,001 projects. Remember that cardinal sign? There's no limit to what they can do. That fire energy is just gonna keep them going, but they're gonna burn out eventually. They're gonna burn out because they're gonna take too much on their plate and can't handle it all, which is no fault to them, but no one can handle 1,000,001 things at a time, so stop trying. Oh, I'm about to apply it. If you are bald, the girl who brought me into this bald world, she had told me to apply the dye around my perimeter first. So that's just what I do. I didn't do it last time, and I understood, because I feel like the perimeters for bald people or at least for me, it just takes a longer time to process. We're just gonna start applying. So back to Aries sun. They are not just taking on these products, but that energy that they have thrusts them into leadership roles. To have an Aries sun is to be a leader. People see you as a leader. People want you to be a leader, you know? For the sun to be so comfortable when it's in Aries, they don't really show off that much. Also, I do apologize if I'm out of focus. I cannot see. But Aries, they do not want to take, I don't even want to say they don't want to take credit for their work, but they don't care to be recognized for their work. They're like, I'm just doing this because like I need to do 1,000,000 things at once, you know? Aries don't care to be recognized for their work. They just want to get it done. And also another reason for why they're in leadership, that they don't want anyone to really infringe on their boundaries or their rights. So they would rather just be in the leadership role, because at that point no one can tell them what to do. And they're free to just do things their own way. I think I also mentioned in my sun video how Aries can represent the father, and it can honestly represent like what you needed in a father figure. Aries suns need someone that's going to allow them to go on adventures and just be there to patch them up at the end of the day. They're probably gonna be really rambunctious and ready to go out and be a part of 1,000,001 things. I definitely see Aries joining a whole bunch of different groups and being a whole part of a whole bunch of different things like karate and boxing and all these things as a kid, and then just kind of like not completing all of them. That's really what a cardinal sun sign is. It's taking on a whole bunch of things and then not completing. No. Well, I think that's all I gotta say about Aries sun. So we're gonna go to Cancer suns, which I am. So Cancer suns, they identify with their emotions. Cancer suns figure out their identity through emotional connections, which this can be a hard placement for the sun sign, because remember, the sun wants to just be about self and be self-reliant, but Cancer suns can be dependent on the emotional connections with others to figure out their own identity. Cancer suns, you know, is a lot about roots and past. They probably are very tied emotionally to their families and to their heritage and to their past. Cancer suns are possibly hoarders, but like hoarders of things that have emotional meaning. Cancer suns probably have a collection of like birthday cards that they've gotten throughout the years, or jewelry that people have passed down to them. Pictures, probably have a lot of photo albums. They're very into like documenting their family and what their family means to them in lots of different ways, whether it be through journals or baby books, or chances are that if somebody has a Cancer sun, they're the ones that people are gonna leave like antiques and art and gifts to, because they know that they'll like pass it on throughout the generations. You know, cardinal signs probably start like a lot of different things. Aries is just starting anything, like all over the place. Cancer suns are gonna start things that they're emotionally attached to, like maybe like a family member played the guitar, so they're gonna learn how to play the guitar. These hobbies, they're not seeing things through because they just tied to so many different things emotionally. You can't do all of them, you know? Sun and Cancer probably are very nurturing, want to nurture others a lot. Nurture others a lot, because they know that when they nurture others, they're nurturing themselves. But they really do expect people to like nurture them back, and they can kind of be dependent on that. And when they don't get the emotional support, when they don't get the emotional support that they need, they can become kind of dependent and clingy. The lesson with Sun and Cancer is to learn to express their own individual identity without like the input of others. Something just flashed onto my lip, and it's hard with the mirror because like you gotta work in reverse. Remember that. You're seeing the mirror image. Sometimes I go up just to get really in there, go against the grain. And really, you just have to learn how to meet your own emotional needs. Still nurture, still care. You don't have to like, let me take these gloves off because I don't need this anymore. You don't have to necessarily stop caring for other people, but just put your own emotional needs first. Support yourself emotionally so that you don't have to depend on that emotional support from others. With your dad, you probably really need somebody to cater to your emotions and just allow you to feel and to really inspire your imagination and stuff. Because what water signs can do in general is create things that really touch on people's heartstrings, touch on people's emotions. They really have that ability to create in a way that really gets people there emotionally. I think that's all I had to say about Sun and Cancer. Sun in Libra. So remember that the Sun is exalted in Aries, but it's in fall in Libra. So the Sun isn't too happy there, because remember, again, the Sun wants to be very selfish and just think about itself. It's about how you're the hero, you. So when you're the hero in the Sun sign, you don't really take other people into account. The Sun up in the sky it's just going. It doesn't care about the other planets that's around it. Yeah, it's giving to the other planets, but it doesn't care. It's just doing what it needs to do, which is shine brightly and just be a star, just be the star of the galaxy. Libra energy, remember, is not about that. Libra energy is very about relations and connections to others. The Sun is generally not comfortable in air signs, because air signs are more about connecting to other people or connecting to things outside of themselves. So the Sun wants to be selfish, and Libra is not a selfish sign. The Sun in Libra wants to cater to others and think of others and think of other people's boundaries. Remember, Sun in Aries, they didn't want to think about other people's boundaries, but Libra is the actions that they take won't be direct. It's definitely them sometimes not acting so that other people can flourish within their boundaries. And Sun and Libras are very about harmony and balance, and to keep that harmony and balance and that peace, they are fine with not speaking up and not really taking charge of their own situation. They're really fine with that, with thinking like the Sun in Libra. Remember that Venus is all about compromise and balance and harmony. So Venus rules Libra, does it not? So Libra is about that energy too. Hard for them to fully express themselves because they're always thinking about how the other person is going to be affected. They're thinking about the cause and effect of their actions. They're thinking about how them saying something or them doing something will affect the people around them, which is a very good thing to think about, but that doesn't mean that you just don't act. Certainly really needs to learn that if you really want harmony and peace and balance in these one-to-one relationships, you have to express yourself. You have to express your boundaries, and you have to just be your individual self. That's what real balance is. It's a give and take. That's what harmony and balance is. Give and take. Libra, remember, it's ruled by Venus, so that art, that beauty, Sun Libras are probably, we're gonna put it out there, gorgeous. Like Sun Libra, that symmetry is probably there. Sun Libras are also like about justice and being fair and things being fair for everyone. That is also a trait from Venus. So they're probably artistic in some way, shape, or form, whether it be that they draw, they sing, even though like Taurus mostly sing, but like Libras probably sing. I know a Libra Sun who raps. Like art, they're all about that art, all about that beauty, all about that giving you something of value. Giving you something of value that is pretty to the eye. Definitely need a father figure that opened that door for communication, opened that door for that one-to-one relationship. Sun Libras probably have like a whole bunch of unfinished paintings, unfinished songs that they've written, just a whole bunch of unfinished things, but it's all tied into an art medium. Whatever medium you have, because there are like a whole bunch of different art types, like crocheting and stuff. You probably have like half finished outfits and stuff, half finished plans. Like that's probably where your whole not finishing things probably is seen most clearly. I'm gonna go wash this out and I will be right back. I put the dye off camera just because like it's the same process as this. This is actually the harder process because it is very time restraint. Like you want it to dye evenly, so you gotta work quickly, and also you're dealing with bleach and you want to be more precise and you don't really want to get it on your skin that much. Like the dye getting on your skin, like yeah, that's annoying, it'll probably tint your skin, but the bleach getting on your skin, it'll burn it. You definitely don't want to get it in your eyes, you don't want to get it on your clothes. Like that's more high stakes. But I'll be right back. You can tell, but I'm already doing the dyeing stuff. Like I'm already dyeing my hair the blue. Just wanted to come back and say to wash out my dye, I use this neutralizing shampoo. I got it from the beauty supply store. Everything that I got here is from the beauty supply store. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but I got this from the beauty supply store. And what I like about this specifically, any neutralizing shampoo, is that when it hits the chemical, it's going to be pink, and once it turns white, that's how you know that you've gotten all the bleach out. Oh, there's that. That's really good. I washed out my container, put my blue dye in there, and we're just doing this. It's the same process, so I don't think you have to do the perimeter around the edges first when it comes to dye, but that's just my process that I do. So like, y'all really start wherever you want, I guess, and I'm just going with the grain, against the grain, just making sure it really gets in there. I'll be talking about the last cardinal sign. Last cardinal sign is the sun in Capricorn, and when it comes to expressing their identity and being the hero in their own way, it's gonna have a very physical aspect to it, very tangible aspect to them. They'll probably define themselves based on what they have achieved. And Capricorn is an earth sign, so like yeah, earth signs are supposed to be slow, but because of that cardinal energy, it's very outgoing. It's very, I need to achieve this, I'm gonna achieve that, I have this plan and this goal and I'm gonna achieve it. Capricorns get the what is it? Oh, the stereotype of being hard workers, but like they are, because remember how Cardinals don't really have that staying ability, because Capricorn has that ability to see things through because of that earthness. They are starting projects and completing them, period. And that's where their success lies. And the projects that they are starting are projects that are going to bring them security, whether it be financial, home. It's going to be based on making sure that they are secure. That's what a Capricorn sun is really going for here. Their sense of self is going to be based on the achievements and accomplishments that they have made in this world. They might intimidate people. They might seem very serious to people. That's that Saturn effect, because people do tend to fear Saturn. And remember, Saturn does rule Capricorn. I guess like a lesson that Capricorn suns need to learn is that not everything has to be physical. Not everything that you do has to be tied to am I going to achieve something if I get this. Like, you can just do things for fun. You can just do things to bring out your inner joy. Might have found that you were forced to grow up pretty quickly and be serious and be responsible, because chances are you weren't really a fussy child or a fussy baby, or very just a little independent worker. Like, I know what I need to do, like very independent as a child. So there could be parents just trusting you, like just like, hey, you can raise yourself, kind of. Like, obviously they are still catering to you because, you know, you're their child, but there's definitely in the back of their mind a thought of, they got it. Their dad may have instilled like a lot of this inner duty, inner responsibility in you, and your parents just needed to let you be a child. But also, like, a father is probably very hands-on with you. You probably needed someone that you needed a father who was dependable, that you could depend on. You needed a father figure that you knew if you messed up, like, you could go back to them and they'll have a solution, or just be there for you. Okay, so I'm gonna just do a touch up off camera and then I'll come back to do a little recap. So I am back, guys. I don't know if you can tell, but my hair is dyed. It's done. Okay, I'm done. I do actually want to try other dyes for my hair because all I've ever used is Adore. So if you guys have any suggestions, definitely comment them down below for me. I'm just gonna do a quick little recap of the cardinal sun signs, and yeah. So first, Sun in Aries, you know, very much trying to express identity, very much trying to express themselves, express their boundaries, need to learn to be more aware of the other people that are existing in this world. Yes, and their boundaries. Sun in Cancer, trying to express themselves through emotional connections and nurturing other people. Need to learn to not be dependent on the emotional validation of others, and just emotionally support yourself. Boom. Sun in Libra, opposite of Sun in Aries. They are determining their identity based on one-to-one relationships, which can lead to them ignoring their own needs and their own boundaries, and they need to learn to speak up, because that's how true balance and that's how one-to-one relationships function, with both parties freely expressing themselves. Sun in Capricorn, very much identifying with the physical plane, and their sense of self comes from achievements and the material and tangible things that they have around them. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and the sun in fixed signs will be up on Wednesday and the sun in mutable signs will be up next Sunday, and that's just kind of how I'm doing my videos from now on. So if you have any of these placements, I hope that you learned something new about yourself, I guess, or had an aha moment of like, oh, that's why I do XYZ, you know? And if you know anybody with these placements who is a Aries, Libra, Capricorn, Cancer, Sun, go ahead and share this video with them. Let them get in on this knowledge too. Yeah, so that's it. Like, comment, subscribe, you know the deal. And I'll see you next time. Bye.